guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and join the family because I would love to have you here. So as you guys can see from the title below, today we're going to be testing out a new concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. And this is their Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I have two shades that I'm going to be diving into today. They kind of look light in the packaging, so I hope they don't look as crazy underneath the eyes, but I'm really excited to give it a try because it went viral all over TikTok and YouTube. The beauty girlies were loving this concealer. So I'm going to put it to the test today to give you guys my honest first impressions and to let you know if it's worth your coins or not. And I know my skin looks super greasy and shiny right now, but that's because I already went in with my Supergoop Glow Stick SPF. You guys know this is my new fave, as well as the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in the shade 9 Warm. So that's pretty much all I have on my face except lashes and brows. So with that being said, I'm gonna zoom you guys in closer and let's get into testing out this concealer. So Charlotte Tilbury was nice enough to send me two shades. They kind of look light in the packaging, so I hope they don't look as crazy on. The shades that I have with me are number 910 and number 9.510. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch number 9. Now this is a little bright for what I would normally go in with for concealer, but for the sake of this video, the most important thing that I'm looking at is the formula. How does it set? Does it crease? All of that good stuff. If it's a little bright underneath the eyes, I don't mind because I can always head to Sephora after and get a deeper shade. But this is what I got in PR, guys, to be honest. And since my foundation shade is number 9, I honestly thought these shades would work perfectly. But if you're someone who's really into that whole highlighted under eye look, you'd probably be fine with this shade if you are my shade in the foundation. See, and this is what shade number 9.5 looks like. And I don't know if I'm crazy, guys, but does that not look lighter than number 9? Or maybe it's because number 9 has more of a yellow undertone, so I kind of like that on me more. I'm gonna try to cover this up a little bit with number 9. Might as well just swoosh out my concealer at this point. And that is what it's looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it right away because I know there's some of us who like our concealer to set for a little while and see after it gets tacky the type of coverage you can get from it. But I also want to see what it looks like when you automatically blend it out because there's some of us girls, aka me, who don't have the patience to wait for their concealer to get tacky. I'm not gonna lie, I know it gives more coverage, guys, but that's just why I prefer to just go in with a better coverage concealer so I don't have to wait. A lot of the times I be doing my makeup in a rush. That's just me being really real, okay? Let me know if you guys can relate. But so far it's blending out really nicely. It's literally giving me the same formula as the foundation, which I really like, the Beautiful Skin Foundation. I know it has a lot of mixed reviews, but for me, I get the most compliments when I wear that foundation. So I'm just going in with a little more concealer now, and we're gonna let that set for a little bit because we already seen what the formula looks like when you automatically blend it out. But I also wanted to give it a few seconds to get tacky for those of you guys who prefer to do your under eye or concealer this way. But in the meantime, let me give you some tea on the formula because you guys know I like to hit you with the product facts, okay? So the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer is essentially a creamy skin-like formula that could be medium to full coverage. It comes in 30 shades. It's supposed to have a 16-hour wear, and it claims to conceal, brighten, and lift your under eyes. And it's a waterproof concealer. But honestly, the main reason that I was excited to try this concealer is because of how much I love the foundation formula, especially on my dry skin. It gives me glow, as you can see, and it really does look like a skin-like finish. It's not one of those foundations that you use when you're filming or creating content and you look flawless on camera, but then when you're in person, you're super cakey.com. I prefer for my makeup to look equally as flawless on camera as it does in person. And I think a lot of the times when people are discovering new products or trying new products, they only consider what it looks like on camera. So if a consumer or your followers go and purchase that product and they go home and try it themselves and they're like, why do I look so cakey? Because when they're testing it out, they're seeing how it looks in a bunch of studio lights, which is not the greatest way to recommend a product, you know? That's why I like to go and stand near my window in like natural light, just look in a mirror and see how my skin looks outside of my filming setup because I feel like that's important, you know? And I hope that makes sense because makeup can really look so different on camera. And I feel like if you guys search that up on TikTok, you'll see so many videos of how like lighting can change and make your base look more flawless than what it is. And we ain't got time for no deceptions here, okay? I don't even know how I ended up on this tangent, but I hope that makes sense. So I feel like that's long enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to blend this out. Now the concealer has a lot of skincare benefits as well. It has hyaluronic acid, which is gonna give you that hydration. It also has niacinamide, which is gonna smooth out your skin. It also contains a golden vitamin C, which is meant to brighten up the under eye. And as someone with dark circles and dry textured skin, that all sounds amazing. It sounds like it's gonna work for me, okay? It sounds like it's gonna work for any of us with those similar concerns. So those were other reasons why I was really excited to try this concealer out because I love anything that's a hybrid of makeup makeup and skincare, because at the end of the day, using makeup that's good for your skin is always a plus. So I love trying anything like that. So this is what it's looking like after letting it sit for a couple of minutes. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but when I'm looking in my mirror, I feel like I can see a little bit of the grayness of my dark circles shining through just a little bit. So since I do see a little bit of that shadow, I kind of feel like I wouldn't qualify it as a full coverage concealer. Maybe like a medium coverage for sure, but I don't know if it would be full, because what I consider like full coverage is, let's say, my Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. That is a full coverage concealer, like, and it's super hydrating as well. And that doesn't really surprise me, because even the foundation, I wouldn't qualify it as a full coverage foundation, because you can still see my hyperpigmentation shining through if I don't color correct and things like that. So it kind of makes sense, since this beautiful skin concealer is supposed to pair nicely with the foundation. It makes sense that the formulas are very similar in that sense in regards to coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes though, because then we can really see what the concealer looks like set. I think that's super important as well. And then I'm just taking this powder puff I got from Amazon and taking my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Banana Bread setting powder. Okay, so I'm really confused right now, because I don't know if my brush or my powder puff or if it's the concealer formula, but once I set, I feel like my under eyes look so glittery, kind of. It's like a little bit on the shimmery side. Hopefully it's picking it up on camera. Okay, so I went on the Sephora website to check reviews, because I wasn't sure if I was going crazy, but I needed to know. I needed to know the tea on whether or not this concealer had sparkles in it, and I was right. The concealer does have sparkles in it, so it's not my brush or anything, because I was shook. I was like, do I have to take this all off and do this again? Turns out it's Charlotte Tilbury with the hidden surprise. I was not expecting that, and I don't know how many of you guys would be a fan of your under eyes looking kind of shimmery, so I don't want to rush to final thoughts, but so far I don't know if I'm feeling the whole sparkly surprise that we just got, okay? So I'm gonna start off with some bronzer, and I'm taking my Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty. So for blush, I'm taking this beautiful shade from Dose of Colors. It's from their collaboration with Makeup Shayla, and this is their Happily Ever After Blush and Glow Face Palette. So fair warning, it is super pigmented, guys, so a little goes a long way. And I know this video is not about this blush, but I am really loving this shade. Dose of Colors and Makeup Shayla, you guys really snapped with this shade. Absolute perfection. And for highlight, I'm gonna be taking this one from Dior. I love their formula when it comes to highlights. And this is their Nude Glow highlight. And for our lip combo, I'm gonna start off with this lip liner from Dose of Colors, and this is their She's Ready lip liner. And then in the center, I'm gonna go in with this lipstick from MAC. This is in the shade Meher, and it's their matte lipstick. Okay, but how pretty is this lip combo though? I feel like every day I'm discovering new favorite combinations. But yeah, guys, with that being said, this is the final look, and now it's time for me to give you my final thoughts on this concealer. So first things first, you guys already know I'm not feeling this shade. It's a little too bright for me, but put that aside. Let's talk formula, because you can always go ahead and get a better shade in general. What really caught me off guard was the sparkles underneath the eyes when I set. Like, I really didn't notice that when I was blending it out initially. So when I set it and I saw all this shimmer, I really was confusion. Okay, I was so confused. Personally, I don't really like that look, because it kind of gives me the vibe that my highlighter kind of shimmered its way over to my under eyes, and I don't like it. Like, I kind of like my under eyes to just be matte and plain, even though it's very subtle and like you have to get really close to see it. I don't really like that vibe underneath the eyes. I don't see any dryness. I don't see any creasing. It is giving very much flawless. Do I feel like it's a full coverage concealer? No, not really, because I can still see the shadow of my dark circles popping through, but that can be easily fixed with, let's say, a color corrector. And I do feel like overall the formula is very, very beautiful. So if you're not trying to go for a full coverage concealer, maybe you would enjoy this, but only if you're okay with the shimmer finish that it gives. So overall, is it worth your coins? I would have to say it's based on personal preference. Would I reach for this concealer when I'm going out and about? Personally, no, because I don't like the look of my under eyes having a shimmer effect. Is it dry skin friendly? Absolutely. So I feel like there's a lot of pros, and the shimmer is my only con, but overall, Charlotte Tilbury Tilbury kills it when it comes to all their other products. Like, I'm obsessed with the foundation. I am loyal to their bronzers and their lip liners, you guys already know. But yeah, that's pretty much my final thoughts. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in the comment section below. Would you pick it up? Would you try it? Are you feeling it? If you have, I feel like I'm such an avid collector of complexion products that I love trying some new things. But yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on it because I don't really feel like it's something that you guys need to run and go ahead and grab. But it is cute. Charlotte did her thing. So with that being said, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and join the family because I would love to have you here. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, all that good stuff, because it helps my channel and I would really appreciate it, okay? And like always, I'll see you guys in my next video.